What's poppin', y'all? I am Wayno. Good morning. If you like what it is that I do on this channel, or you like this episode, make sure you hit the sub button, hit the likes, run up the hype. Killa, what's going on, bro? Killa, what's happening, bro? Killa, what is going on? We talking about Cam versus J. Cole. This shit wasn't on nobody's prediction list. This is not on B-Dot's list. This is not something that Uncle Murder could have predicted. This is not nothing nobody could have saw. But we here. Cameron is suing J. Cole. I think back in 2021, when we all heard, 95 South, we was happy. Some of y'all was acting like this.
We're just getting a taste of them. I'm like, I'm tired of getting a taste of them. I want the whole load.
And pause all of y'all. Pause all of y'all who felt like this after we heard J. Cole and Cameron together. But it was just him ad-libbing on the intro. Then fast forward a couple of years later, we get this video.
Hey. You know what I mean?
Cold World Killer.
You feel me?
Know what it is, man.
That time.
Almost time.
Sheesh.
And a lot of us got happy. We felt like, oh shit, the old school, well, not really old school, but yeah, I think Cam would be considered old school to younger people today. But so many things have changed, right? Like we seeing the older ones get older and still have their ability. And Cam linking up with J. Cole, I think all of us was happy when we saw that. But today, 2025, after Cam said this about Dame.
Be honest with you, I was tapped out when the nigga issued a $300 million lawsuit. And then he tells Daniel to tell me, yo, tell Cam to give me $1 million and we might let it all go away. And I'm like, you trying to quiet extort me? Like, what are you talking about? Send you $1 million off the $300 million. I said, let's go to court.
It's not a real lawsuit. It was ChatGPT.
Just weeks after that, weeks, we getting undeniable content, y'all. Nah, I'm playing. This shit is bugging me out, though. Let's just keep it 1,000. I never in a million years would have ever thought I'd see Cameron suing anybody. Let's read the report, though. Cameron sues J. Cole for allegedly not honoring agreement after their Ready 24 collab, which is on my delete later, right? This is what the report states. According to court documents reviewed by TMZ, Cameron claims he contributed lyrics and a verse to the track, which appeared on Cole's 2024 mixtape Might Delete Later in exchange for Cole's alleged promise to either collaborate with him on another project or appear on Cameron's podcast. It is what it is. Yeah. Let me take y'all into the A&R world for a second. So how most agreements work in a situation like this is a swap, right? Okay, you do a verse for me, I'll do a verse for you. Now, depending on the artist that we're talking about, we have primary artist placement when it comes to DSPs. I'll do the song for you, but my song that I do for you can't appear in your top releases because I got my shit going on. So I'm not allowing you to do that, but I allow you to put the song up and I allow you to add that song into my algorithm, but it can't be on my primary placement. That's what typically the larger artist does to the smaller artist. In this case, J. Cole at the time is a large artist. Pause. I'm saying J. Cole is who he is. We're not going to dispute that. Cole been quiet too. I imagine that Cole is somewhere on a fucking mountain meditating, you know what I mean, getting his mind together and detoxing from the year that he had in 2024, which he was almost out of. He was almost clear this shit with nothing on his name. But now this happens. So when those swaps usually happen, we've all know that Cameron has been extremely vocal about not doing music.
Yeah, because listen, man, I talk about that shit and think about that shit all the time. I'm like, yo, and no disrespect to nobody out there. I'm just like, yo, I would hate to have to be in a club for $3,200 tonight. At 50, 49 years old, man.
He's said numerous times that music is not lucrative for him. He ain't making no money off of it. He doesn't see the point in making any albums and nothing like that. So he definitely wanted him to be on It Is What It Is as the podcast. That shit did not happen. Let's read more of the report. Cam claims that after the song was recorded in 2022, Cole failed to follow through on his commitment over the next 2 years, repeatedly saying he was unavailable for the podcast and never moving forward with another collaboration. Now, let's add something else to the situation as to understand how these things happen. Tons of artists do records together all the time. You'll know what somebody thinks of you when they put that shit in black and white. All that stuff be cool. They be in the studio, make a whole album. Chris Brown, I done heard stories of Chris Brown doing a whole album with somebody. It come to Monday, you hit RCA up, they like, nah, we ain't clearing that because we ain't putting nothing out on him. Nothing's coming out right now. And if they do put something out, and let me not speak on Chris Brown's business. I'm speaking generally. This is what happens in these situations. If we put the record out, or if you putting the record out, I need a chunk of that publishing. But again, Cam ain't putting out no music. So of course he wanted him on It Is What It Is. And I think that would have been fire. Cole, right? Cole went on his basketball journey to become a pro. You know what I'm saying? When he made the off-season album, you know what I'm saying? When he made the off-season album, he did the whole basketball hoop, shit on fire, all of that. He's always been vocal about basketball from his first album up until now. That was his thing. That's what he wanted to do at one point in time. He's been at the, you know what I mean, at the All-Star weekends. We all remember the video with him and who is it? Gabriel Union, when he daps up, what's his name? He gives a hug to Dwayne Wade and he goes to Gabriel Union, shakes her hand. I don't even think, did he shake her hand? I think he just went like that. Whatever he did, he kept it extremely respectful. But Cole's wheelhouse is rooted in basketball. You know what I mean? Like, Dreamville is basketball guys. They love basketball. Let's read more of the report, though. It says Cameron also contends that he hasn't been properly compensated and is asking a judge to recognize him as the co-author of Ready 24. The New York rapper wants the full accounting of the song's earnings, which he believes exceeds 500,000. How many streams you drink got? Let's look on what's the name? Let's look on Spotify right quick. You know on Spotify you can see how many streams something got. I know something to get like 75 mil is like gold. Let me just look it up right quick. But Cameron is on the vocals on 95 South, which he doesn't state in here, right? But 95 South is 126,273,763 streams. Let's go to, hold on, y'all. Just bear with me. Yeah, you. Just don't switch yet. Hit that like button while you at it too. All right, Ready 24 has 23 million streams, 23,244,554 streams on Spotify. Let's say it has that same equivalent on Apple or damn near. It's possibly a gold record, right? It's possibly a gold record, so it could have made some money. But at the same time, you know, that is a sample. So let me just give you some more A&R talk right quick. With the samples down to the streams, we all know that streams don't pay nothing, right? But how it's broken down song by song is, you know, you got the publishing part, the ownership of the record. Don't know what they took for Ready 24. You know, Key Glock sampled that record as well. Diplomats is more famous for sampling that on, you know what I mean? I'm Ready on a Diplomatic Immunity album back 22 years ago now. But I'm pretty sure that record, even for all the streams that it's gotten, hasn't made much money. I'd be surprised if it made 500,000, and that's no disrespect to Cole. I'm just saying, I'm thinking about publishing splits, producer splits, all of that, right? Now, let's go back to the report. Well, that's it for the report. Let me tell y'all how I feel about this. You know, I just want to let y'all know, man, I'm from Harlem, and I can understand where Cameron is coming from. No, I can't. And I'm totally Team Cam. Totally. Love Killa, man. Love Killa. Represents Harlem, one of the biggest fixtures that ever come out the city. One of the ones that showed us how to do this shit on a very, very high level, from everything with the music to the fashion to the movies to transitioning into having a sports show independently, all of that. Kim gets paper. But I feel like this is something that didn't have to go to the courts. Now, I'm pretty sure J. Cole is an alien like everybody else. And in order to get in contact with him, you got to talk to 3, 4, 5, or 6 niggas. And he probably puts heavy Euro stepping. Heavy Euro stepping. You know what I mean? Heavy Euro stepping when it comes to getting in contact with him. But Ibrahim, Cole's partner, is an accessible guy. I would say in a situation like this. Now, I myself have never done business with Ibrahim on that level, with Ebe on that level, right? But I do feel like this could have been rectified. I'm going to wait to see. It is what it is. I don't care about somebody saying, you rushing to the internet. You damn right. Because this is 2 of my favorite artists feuding legally. And this is the last thing I thought I'd see today. But I do want to see what Cameron says on It Is What It Is, because everybody just gave Drake flack for suing, which him suing is totally different than this. But I do feel that the similarity is it could have been a conversation. Well, Drake shit couldn't have been no conversation. But with Kim, it could be a conversation just off the mere fact, you Cameron, nigga, who you can't get in contact with. That's how I feel. I could be totally wrong. I'm gonna put myself out there and say that I could be entirely wrong. But the thing is that I think J. Cole is one of those people. We've seen J. Cole running around New York City, riding his bike, you know what I'm saying, doing normal stuff. You know what I mean? Like doing normal stuff. I'm pretty sure that the year that J. Cole had last year changed his perspectives about everything while he's still trying to work on or create the fall off. Now, keep in mind, you know, he said that this song was recorded 2 years ago. Almost 3, because 2022 is, you know what I mean? 2022 is 3 years ago. But 3 years ago, right? This song was recorded 3 years ago. And he hasn't been able to get in contact with J. Cole. I don't know. I know one thing. J. Cole is going to have a lot of shit to rap about on this next album, whenever that album is coming, if that album even happens or not. But I just don't know what to expect anymore when I look at a headline. You know what I mean? I can understand frustrations, but I just didn't think that Cam would sue over something like this. Well, let me not say that he would sue over something like this. I just didn't never see Cameron suing. Like, I didn't see Cameron's face next to suing another rapper. You know what I mean? This is not the old days where if this was 2004, Cam, Jim, and whomever else would have possibly ran up on Cole or tried to get next to Cole in person, you know what I mean, to sort things out. But this shit really, really, really is unexpected. But how do y'all feel about this, yo? Like, for real. How do y'all feel about this? I feel like there is going to be a lot of goalposts moving when it comes to this conversation. I will say that as a fan of Cam, a supporter of Cam, a person who loves what Cam has done and what he's brought to the game, I am shocked as fuck. I am super shocked that this is happening. We'll see. This is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually you will. If you made it this far, hit that sub button and watch the first clip of Come Home With Me today. Peace.